Welcome to another edition of Southern Gospel Now, the 5-minute weekly podcast. We start off by offering congratulations to Rodney and Regina Griffin on the marriage of their daughter Riley to Jaden Taylor. The ceremony took place this past weekend on the Griffin's farm. Our best to Riley and Jaden as they begin their lives together. Sometimes we need to be reminded that we are loved by God just because. Here's Jason Crabb.
I was just thinking about the goodness of God, about how much he loves us, how much he cares for us. Go ahead and give God glory today. Some point, just stop and just thank him for his goodness and his mercy and how much he loves you and how much he cares. I was thinking about all the stuff that he sees in the world, everything that's going on, everything, the hurts of people, the ungodly things that are happening. To know that God would look down from heaven and see all of the things and still send his son is absolutely amazing.
Here's a bit of history for you on how the Crabb family first came to light from Eddie Crook.
A guy named Ray Lewis worked in our publishing company, and he was all gung-ho about this guy named Gerald Crabb being a songwriter. So he brings Gerald Crabb in as a songwriter to our publishing company. I didn't know he had this family group with him. So here come all the little Crabb family people, and they were young. They were all very young. The Crabb family became a big group later, but that's kind of how it got going.
Scott Fowler of Legacy 5 tells us how that group came to the forefront of the Southern gospel scene as another legendary group was saying goodbye.
They came to us one day and they said, guys, we want to talk to you. And they said, we'd like to close down shop here and retire. So while we've got a few good years left, we can go places with our families and that kind of thing. I don't remember exactly, but they probably told us that about 12 or 13 months in advance. And they said that'll give you guys, plenty of time to think about what you want to do. And while you've still got a job here, you can put together what's next for you. And so that's what we did. They were very gracious. Roger and I put together our group on the cathedral's time. The last year, we got everything together. We recorded 2 CDs. When they said goodbye, Legacy 5 said hello.
We're on a history path. Dean Hickman of The Guardian shares his love for the music and the path that took.
I remember the first time I heard Southern gospel music. I was just a child, and I fell in love with it. And I had the privilege of singing with Danny Gaither and the Golden Keys Quartet. Jim Hill was in that group that wrote the song, What a Day That Will Be. And I thought, man, this is heaven to be able to do this. What an opportunity I had at an early age. And then to be able to continue on with the music that I love. I still love it. It's still part of my life. And there's no greater music that goes right into the heart than Southern gospel music.
High Road Sarah Davison offers us a bit of family history we all can connect to through a legendary movie.
One of my all-time favorite movies is Gone with the Wind. I remember my grandma telling me that it was the first color picture that she had ever seen, and that she was 13 years old when it came out, and she saved her money so that she could go to the movie theater and go see it. And I would love to go back in time. Today, we're just going to play the theme song.
Tim Rackley of the Old Past talks about the group selecting This Is Amazing Grace to go on their project.
This Is Amazing Grace was a unique song for the album, What Love Does. Steve Ladd, our tenor, came to us and said, guys, I think this song would be a great quartet song and put a quartet feel on it. And, when I heard the song, I had sung it a couple of times in praise and worship time at our church. Just a tremendous message, another great song about the amazing grace that we have in Christ.
If you thought you've recognized Kana's Voice's current song, There Is a Love, you might be a Michael English fan. Kana's Voice's Doug Anderson explains.
The song selection process for an album is pretty important. On the first project, we recorded a Michael English song called His Heart Is Big Enough. That was such a huge hit with our fans. Of course, we're huge Michael English fans, so we thought, why not, try another Michael English tune on the second project and put Kana's Voice spin to it. Of course, There's a Love is off the 1993 Hope project, which was one of my favorite projects. of all time, and I got to sing it, which is such a thrill for me.
Voting in the Singing News Fan Awards is going on. Singing News publisher and editor-in-chief Danny Jones comments.
We are currently in the second round of voting for the 2021 Singing News Fan Awards. It always amazes me to see how loyal the fans are to their favorite artist. These folks love their fast songs, their slow songs, their medium songs. They just love their favorite artist. I know the artists are so appreciative to know that they have people who support them.
That's it for this week. Southern Gospel Now is made possible by Daywind Soundtracks. More information available at daywind.com. I'm Greg Goodman, and I'll see you next week for another edition of Southern Gospel Now. If you missed an episode of our podcast, be sure to go back and download it wherever you get podcasts or at southerngospelnow.com.